Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and I just want to make this quick video because this is a topic that I wanted to get out of my chest for such a long time. This is something that really annoys me, and yeah, so I had to like talk about it. Now I know you're seeing I know that you're wondering why I put a gameplay in the background. Yeah. Yeah, if you're wondering, this game is Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's my favorite game nowadays. Yeah, it used to be The Last of Us, but now it's Kena Bridge of Spirits. On reflection, the reason why I am using a gameplay as a background in this video is because I'm experimenting on edits. Because I've been constantly criticized for not for making my videos just a photo of something like a screenshot, and I just like slap it into the edits and all that stuff. Yeah, people have been hating me for that, so I'm trying something new. Now, yes, I will. Sorry. I will continue to put a poster on my my. Yeah, I'm sure we know what I mean. I'm still trying some experiments. Yeah, I'm still experimenting on how I can edit my videos, but yeah, I'm still like finding different ways. But gameplay is just one of them. So. But any video that is not movie reviews, or if it's like a topic like this one, yeah, I'm gonna be using gameplay videos if this video works. If people like this idea, so yeah, let me know down below if this is a good idea. And I know Mr. Minion, aka best known as the Menace or the James Channel. Well, I'll just say the Menace. Because James Channel's like a 2020 thing. So yeah. I know it's gonna be like, oh, Frozen copying users who put gameplay in their videos as background in their videos. Well, technically, I will say I was actually advised to do this last year. This was actually a suggestion by a user called NT Goats. That's the name. Yeah, that user suggested me to put a gameplay in my videos, and I thought, you know what, I'll try it. Okay, so anyways, enough of that. Let's get on to the topic. Movie sequels. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be talking about sequels because my favorite movie of all time is a movie sequel. Frozen 2. Yeah. There's been a lot of sequel hate going on. Like a lot of people tend to hate on the idea of movie sequels. Like they all say, "Oh, sequels are ruining movies these days." Like we have like way too many sequels. Like every movie's getting a sequel. So much so that like. Hollywood's dying nowadays because of franchise films and sequels. But yeah, I kid you not, guys. I personally defend movie sequels, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this quick video. I'm going to be like counter arguing with you them, and pretty much giving you an explanation on why I think movie sequels are better than you think, and why movie sequels that don't deserve to be seen as the scum of Hollywood. Now, okay, yes, if there's anything I would agree on people on, it's that not every movie needs a sequel. I know there are some sequels that are unnecessary, and basically, unnecessary sequels would be just sequels. Just basically, they tell a story that where like you can clearly tell that they're that they're all like out of ideas. That the story shit. Yeah, like a perfect example of this is the Trolls franchise and Despicable Me franchise. Yeah, the Trolls franchise especially. I mean, the first film was dog shit and the worst movie of the last decade. I mean, what more damage can it do? But yes, they made a second and third film, and the stories they told. Yeah, it's so clear that they're just unnecessary sequels. Like Trolls World Tour is basically just an Infinity War ripoff, while Trolls Band, Trolls World Tour, yeah. And Trolls Band Together is basically the long lost sibling reunion, that cliche story that DreamWorks has done many times before. And Despicable Me especially when Despicable Me 2 was necessary, I will say, but they should have stopped it too because Despicable Me 3 and 4, holy fucking shit, are they just so like garbage. Like they have no story to tell, it's just all a bunch of subplots, and it just shows that Illumination ran out of ideas. So That's pretty much the problem of sequels. It's the fact that the writers could run out of ideas. But that doesn't change the fact that movie sequels in general, I think sequels are a good idea, and I am a supporter of sequels. So yeah, so the reason why I defend and support movie sequels, and I think that people need to stop being so hard on movie sequels, is because unlike movie remakes, okay, well, let's compare sequel and remakes. Remakes are basically movies no, basically yes, a remake of the original from like an older time. They tell the exact same story. Yeah, sure, there are some remakes that are actually amazing, like West Side Stories, which is still my favorite Steven Spielberg film, and nothing can top it. Yeah, West Side Story is a film that, West Side Story is a film that is a remake. It has the exact same story as the original, but executed better. But ultimately, the problem with remakes is that they tell the exact same story. And Disney live action remakes are basically the biggest suspect of this. They are just copies of the animated counterparts, but just in live action format. But somehow sequels get more hate than remakes. But let me tell you the real reason on the thing about sequels. At least sequels tell an original story. At least, yeah, sequels tell a story that is different from the original. Yeah, sure, you got those crappy sequels crappy sequels that basically are just a rehash of its predecessor. But movie sequels, they whenever they tell a story that is fresh and new, they come off as good. Yes, because like I think the biggest impact of movies, in my opinion, is the characters. Yes, I know everyone says that the story is like the most important aspect ever in a film, but to me, it's the characters. The characters are what makes a story. I mean, you can literally make a movie about characters and not tell like a plot, and not have a plot. Example of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But you can't have a story without characters. Characters have to be there in order to like have a story. That's why characters are more important. And pretty much though the impact these characters make the impact are pretty much are what makes the overall movie impactful. And like pretty much the benefit of sequels to me is basically just seeing these characters again, seeing these characters grow and mature and change, and you just love to see them again because of how much you love these characters from the original. You want to see these characters back again in a sequel. Like you want to see more of these characters, but they tell a story. Its plot is not. It is original. It's not the same as the first. Like take Frozen 2 for example. Yeah, I will use Frozen 2 as a perfect example. Yeah. Now in this video, since I don't want to make this video for too long, I will only use two examples. The first example is Frozen 2. Yeah, Frozen 2 is tells a different story. Frozen 2 pretty much it's all about like trying to answer what the first film like left off, like the questions. Like especially with how did Elsa get her powers. So yeah, Frozen 2 explores that, and we get to see the same characters change and mature, like especially with Anna, like growing up to be someone to be like, very mature. And you also get to see the enchanted new worlds, like the Enchanted Forest. Yeah, that's one thing I love about sequels. You get new worlds and stuff. Yeah, new locations that you want to see these characters in, and you just like fall in love with them. But ultimately, the story of just finding a voice, it's not it's nothing like the first film, and that's what makes it so special. Well, there are more things. I did make a 1 hour video on why I love Frozen 2. And I'm gonna make a video later on why Frozen 2 changed my life. on Frozen 2's 5th anniversary, I'm going to be like talking about making another video about Frozen 2. So I'll just say that you get the same characters, but a story that's completely different. And the other example I want to another example I want to talk about is Joker Folia 2, the latest movie sequel that everybody hates, and I'm like the only person in this universe who loves it. Now, yes, Joker 2 is a movie sequel that is different than the first film, because while the first film is essentially a film about a man's downfall, like a normal, basically a normal person who goes downhill. Joker 2 is about this person who was at his lowest of lows, who is in the asylum. He meets Harley Quinn. He meets the love of his life, and then he's on a court trial. Yeah, and we get to learn more about we get to learn more new things about Arthur that has never been explored in the first film. Like, especially with how Arthur has his fantasies. Like, the first film is kept like entirely realistic. Like we don't like hear any fantasy. Like we just see like Arthur in the real world and becomes Joker. But this one explores like what's actually on Arthur's mind mentally. Like, what is in Arthur's mind. Like while the first film explored Arthur's physicality and mentality. The Joker Folia 2 explores Arthur like psychologically. Like we get to learn about what is in his mind. And so that's something. Oh yeah. So just a quick mention of those sequels, and those are actually why I think so. And there's more sequels like that, sequels that actually tell a new story. But you just like love these characters. And the reason why I decided that today's the right time to make this video is because of how people react to the Wild Robot 2's existence. Recently there was an announcement that the Wild Robot 2 is greenlit, it's in the works, but the problem is that people's reaction, like you'll say the Wild Robot is one of the most praised movies of the year. But when the Wild Robot 2 was announced, people were divided on it. Some people like me were happy that the Wild Robot 2 is happening, but there are others who are like, the Wild Robot 2 is so unnecessary, and why do we always have to have sequels for everything? Wild Robot 2 should not have a sequel. You do realize that the Wild Robot book series that the first Wild Robot is based on has a sequel called The Wild Robot Escapes, and there's also The Wild Robot Saves, Rescues, I think. I forgot what the third one was called, but the Wild Robot is gonna be a trilogy. So I am just sick of people just constantly complaining. Every time a new sequel was announced, people will just like complain, oh, why are we getting more sequels? So stop making sequels and make more original films. And by the way, yes, that's a video for another time. A video about how people would heavily underestimate the original films. I'm not sure when. Maybe in preparation for Sinners, because Sinners is an original film that I think deserves to do big at the box office. So that's why, but at the very latest, before Sinners, so I can just make sure that Sinners will do good at the box office, or maybe months before. I don't know when. I'll see when I'm ready. So also for my video on my defense on movie sequels, who agrees with me that movie sequels are a good idea in the first place, and they don't ruin Hollywood because of how original their stories are, but just with the same characters. So, and I got a question for y'all. What is your favorite movie sequel? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for the beginning of my Halloween reviews in honor of Halloween month. My next review is gonna be Long Legs. So bye guys.